Hello, I'm Darby Lee, and I am the Director of Social Media for the Lupus Foundation of Southern California, and welcome to tonight's Cultivate Gratitude auction for lupus.
Hello, my name is Francis Nguyen. I am a lupus patient and a volunteer at the Lupus Foundation of Northern California. Welcome to tonight's Cultivate Gratitude auction for lupus.
Hello, I'm Shantae Davis-Patterson, facilitator for the Sacramento Lupus Support Group. Welcome to tonight's Cultivate Gratitude auction for lupus.
I'm Yvonne Grate, and I facilitate San Francisco Lupus Support, a subchapter of the Lupus Foundation of Northern California. Welcome to tonight's Cultivate Gratitude Auction for Lupus.
Hello, I'm Darby Lee, and I am the Director of Social Media for the Lupus Foundation of Southern California, and welcome to tonight's Cultivate Gratitude Auction for Lupus.
Hello, my name is Francis Nguyen. I am a lupus patient and a volunteer at the Lupus Foundation of Northern California. Welcome to tonight's Cultivate Gratitude Auction for Lupus.
Facilitator for the Sacramento Lupus Support Group. Welcome to tonight's Cultivate Gratitude Auction for Lupus.
Hi, I'm Yvonne Grate, and I facilitate San Francisco Lupus Support, a subchapter of the Lupus Foundation of Northern California. Welcome to tonight's Cultivate Gratitude auction for lupus.
Hello, I'm Darby Lee, and I am the Director of Social Media for the Lupus Foundation of Southern California, and welcome to tonight's Cultivate Gratitude auction for lupus.
Hello, my name is Francis Nguyen. I am a lupus patient and a volunteer at the Lupus Foundation of Northern California. Welcome to tonight's Cultivate Gratitude auction for lupus.
Facilitator for the Sacramento Lupus Support Group. Welcome to tonight's Cultivate Gratitude auction for lupus.
Hi, I'm Yvonne Grate, and I facilitate San Francisco Lupus Support, a subchapter of the Lupus Foundation of Northern California. Welcome to tonight's Cultivate Gratitude auction for lupus.
Hello, I'm Darby Lee, and I am the Director of Social Media for the Lupus Foundation of Southern California, and welcome to tonight's Cultivate Gratitude auction for lupus.
Hello, my name is Francis Nguyen. I am a lupus patient and a volunteer at the Lupus Foundation of Northern California. Welcome to tonight's Cultivate Gratitude auction for lupus.
Hello, I'm Shantae Davis Patterson, facilitator for the Sacramento Lupus Support Group. Welcome to tonight's Cultivate Gratitude auction for lupus.
I'm Yvonne Grate, and I facilitate San Francisco Lupus Support, a subchapter of the Lupus Foundation of Northern California. Welcome to tonight's Cultivate Gratitude auction for lupus.
Hi everybody, my name is Emmett Henderson III and I am a male lupus warrior. I am pretty excited about this collaboration with the Lupus Foundation of Northern California to present to you the online auction fundraiser event, Cultivate, Gratitude, Bid, and Peace. Now a little bit about me. I was diagnosed with systemic lupus going back 25 years ago, but I also had symptoms going back to 1980. Since then, lupus put me through a lot. I went through 2 transplants, 2 joint replacement. I went through chemotherapy, radiation therapies, a host of medication, of course. I had Sjogren's syndrome. I also now dealing with brain disease. So being involved with the Lupus Foundation of Southern California made me connect with a lot of people here in San Diego that also had lupus that I was unaware of. So that tells me in the past 25 years, I was not going through this alone. As a man with lupus, I realized I have a story to tell and was fortunate enough to spread it on their platform. Being that I was able to do that, I was able to give the community a testimony from a male's perspective on lupus. Thank you guys for allowing me to tell my story.
Good evening. Thank you, Emmett, for your inspiring story as a man dealing with lupus. I'm Lon Saavedra, Executive Director of the Lupus Foundation of Northern California. I'm joined tonight by Elizabeth Savage of the Lupus Foundation of Southern California and our Sierra Johnson of NBC Bay Area News. Before we start, our foundation leadership would like to send you and your family our warm holiday wishes and hope you are healthy and safe during this stressful period. We are living through a difficult time, and during this season, we want you to know that our lupus community is here to assist you. Tonight, we hope to bring you some fun ideas for the holidays and to remind you of loved ones, you and your loved ones, and other reasons to be grateful during these days spent at home. Ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to welcome you to this Cultivate Gratitude Bid and Peace auction for lupus. This is the first time we've tried this, so if there's any live glitches as we're doing live, please bear with us and please be patient. We're going to have many of these in the future, and we're very excited to have you in our main event here. For tonight's online auction, we are delighted and honored to have Sierra Johnson serve as our Master of Ceremonies. Sierra?
Thank you, Lon. Good evening. I'm Sierra Johnson from NBC Bay Area News, and I am excited to be your virtual event host for this evening. I hope you all are comfortable and cozy and ready to enjoy an evening together to help us raise funds, hopefully a lot of funds, for the Lupus Foundations of Northern California and Southern California. That's right. Not only is this our very first live auction, as Lon mentioned, but it's also the first one they've hosted together. It's the first collaboration between the organizations and a partnership they hope will increase support for patients across the state during such an urgent time. So guests are joining us from across the state, across California, to help the lupus community. Let me explain to you how tonight will work. This event is best viewed using 2 devices, a laptop, tablet, or a computer, and then make sure you also log in on your smartphone. This will allow you to watch the event and peruse the amazing auction items all at the same time. We'll be gathering tonight for about an hour, so be sure to stay the entire time so you can hear from all of our courageous lupus patients, see some great drink and cooking demonstrations. Super excited for that. Not to mention some really great items that are up for auction. You're not going to want to miss a chance to win that huge giveaway prize. We're going to do that at the end of the event. So I'm happy to welcome back Executive Director of the Lupus Foundation of Northern California, Lon, to get things started. Lon.
Thanks again, Sierra, for taking the Saturday evening off to help us tonight. Welcome everyone again, and thank you for joining us. 2020 certainly hasn't been the year most of us expected, but it has challenged us to change the way we reach out to our patients and you, our generous supporters. We are especially grateful for what we have to offer this evening. We also realize that other foundations are working through similar challenges, and with that in mind, we reached out to Lupus Foundation of Southern California to see about joining together to show our collective support for lupus patients and their families. Before we start, I would like to acknowledge some organizations and individuals who made it possible to bring us all together this evening. I am, of course, talking about our gracious sponsors: Doug Carlin, Carol Siebenmorgan, Syvie and Jay Remley, our wonderful G twin sisters, that's Deidre G. Baptista and Kirsten G. Maeda, Ceylon Lee, Dr. Ceylon Lee, and Sobia Salim. Tonight's Jubilee sponsors is Dr. Imelda Balboni, Clinical Associate Professor of Pediatrics, Division of Pediatric Allergy, Immunology, and Rheumatology at the Stanford Children's Health. Sponsors, we are grateful for the in-kind donations of services by Jenny Chiarella of Tesoras Bare Divino in downtown Campbell, Isam Shakir of Tamra Mediterranean Grill in Saratoga, Soski Photo and Words by Barbara. As we think about giving tonight, we want to thank these sponsors for truly cultivating gratitude in 2020. Tonight we'll hear from Ina and Darby and our soon-to-be announced 2021 Face of Lupus, Hannah DeGroot. Before that, let me introduce you to the Executive Director of the Lupus Foundation of Southern California, Elizabeth Savage. Elizabeth?
Thank you, Lon, and welcome to the auction. We are pleased to join forces with the Lupus Foundation of Northern California to allow both of our organizations to reach even more families affected by lupus, who may be struggling with a variety of unique challenges due to this pandemic. Before we continue, here's a special message from the president of our organization, the Lupus Foundation of Southern California, Gerardo Becerra.
Hi, my name is Gerardo Becerra, president of the Lupus Foundation of Southern California, and I'm here to talk about a very important cause from the Lupus Foundation of Northern California. It is our online auction, Cultivating Gratitude. Now, first of all, I'd like to share with you a little bit about the organization here in San Diego, the Lupus Foundation of Southern California. It started back in 1976 with a group of women around the kitchen table trying to figure out what they can do to help lupus patients. From there, it has grown into we now have monthly support groups. We also go out in the community at health fairs and answer questions about lupus. In addition to that, we have our annual doctors panel where we bring doctors from different areas and put them together with our membership where they are free to ask questions about lupus and everything else affecting them and their families. That's a great event that we have every year. But what I'd like to talk about mainly today is about the online auction. There are so many items that are up for bid, and I hope that you find something that is really close to your heart. And the money that is raised tonight is to help out all the lupus patients throughout California. So remember, bid, 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 and have a good night. Thank you.
1.5 million Americans live with lupus. 90% of them are women, and people of color are disproportionately impacted. In the most diverse place in this country, the board, staff, and volunteers of both the Lupus Foundation of Northern California and the Lupus Foundation of Southern California make it their mission to ensure that lupus patients and their loved ones know that they are not alone. They and we are truly inspired by the fight of every patient, of every family. Enjoy the event tonight and help someone living with lupus. Here is Ina Williams' lupus story.
My journey started in 2018. Well, that's what I originally thought. And then I realized that it actually began years before that, back to elementary school. Fast forward to 2018, when I actually got diagnosed. The months prior, I had seen many doctors. I had gout, I had possibly kidney cancer, or I was just a hypochondriac, or I took something new. And the day that I got fed up, I asked my doctor, test me for lupus. I didn't think that was possible because I had always done my best to live a healthy life. Went vegetarian, had been running half marathons. I bought a bike and I didn't understand why I was so tired. Well, the diagnosis came back positive. I ended up staying at home on disability from March 2018 to April 2019. And I had something called a primary headache. As you know, with lupus, it can cause a multitude of issues. So that was my primary one. And so I lived in the dark, literally in the dark in my room. And you know, at that point, you're really wondering, how am I going to be able to live my life again? I couldn't talk because my own voice hurt my head. And as a teacher, you need to be able to talk, you need to be able to move. And I went from a wheelchair to a walker to a mobility scooter. What I've learned and what I'm still learning is you have to find your new normal. What can I do? And that 13 plus miles was not a part of my future, but walking around the park is. And so I had something to celebrate. And so I just want others to know that there are so many other things you can do that you enjoy, and, find a way to do them. Be grateful. Those small things, and don't give up, and create a circle. Everyone needs a circle to support them because everyone, they don't get how we feel and how it can change day to day. But know that there are people out there that do, and that they will support you, and never, ever feel bad about asking for help. Your norms will change, your circle will change, but I'm thankful for all of it.
Thank you, Ina, for sharing your lupus story. This is why we're here tonight, to help raise awareness and funds to continue to support all lupus patients. Don't forget, you can bid while the show is happening. The silent auction will end at 7 o'clock, so be sure to bid on your item early and as often as you need to. Now let's get to our drink recipe demonstration. Get ready to learn how to make 3 different festive drinks to serve to your family and friends this winter, or when the shelter in place ends, you can have them all over safely and share these drinks with them.
My name is Issam Shakir. I'm from Tamra Mediterranean Grill. I'm here to represent you 3 festive drinks. Our first drink is going to be pomegranate Moscow Mule, non-alcoholic pomegranate Moscow Mule. And we start with muddling some ice and mint together. It helps to muddle the mint better. Muddle them very well. Squeeze a whole lime in. Then we use our pomegranate molasses, about a half a shot. Also half an ounce or half a shot of simple syrup. And then we add our ice. and some fresh pomegranate. And some Sprite or club soda. And you finish the drink with the ginger beer. Garnish with our mint and lime. There we go. And our second drink will be the Derby coffee. So we start with our ingredients will be 1.5 ounce of the bourbon, and 1/2 ounce of the Averna liqueur, and also 1/2 ounce of our coffee liqueur. And using 1/2 ounce of our homemade black tea syrup. And we put in the rim finely grounded coffee with the mix of nutmeg and cardamom. And we shake very well. And we use a strainer straight to the glass. And we garnish it with star anise. And now our third drink will be our Fig Manhattan. First use 1 teaspoon of the fig jam. Then use 1 shot and a half of, or 1 ounce and a half of bourbon. And half an ounce of your sweet vermouth. And 3 drops of the bitters, aromatic bitters. Then you fill up with ice. This drink will be stirred. Your garnish will be the dehydrated fig. Thank you.
And I am so excited to be partnered with the Lupus Foundation of Northern California in doing this event, Cultivate Gratitude, Bid in Peace, an online auction fundraising lupus event. So here's my story. I was diagnosed with lupus in 2015, which was my first year at UCLA, but my symptoms started 3 years prior while in high school. I was suffering from joint pain and major fatigue, and I was being dismissed by doctors as they said I was having growing pains, and anyone I confided in about my pain said that I was being dramatic. It wasn't until I lost my hair, my weight, and my strength to get out of bed that my doctors took me seriously and diagnosed me. Since my diagnosis, I have become involved with the Lupus Foundation of Southern California, where I have found a community that supports me, educates me, and makes me feel heard. The monthly support groups bring me a sense of community, and the fundraising we do for lupus research and the efforts to spread awareness gives me hope that someday there will be a cure and nobody will ever have to go through the exhausting and excruciating symptoms that lupus causes. I have learned personally that diet, exercise, a healthy sleep routine, managing my medication, and being very vocal about my body is the best way to manage my lupus. I have learned that I am not a failure, but instead I am stronger than I have ever imagined. Thank you for listening to my lupus story.
Thank you, Darby, for telling us your story. Every story helps other patients realize they're not alone dealing with lupus. We just learned that some of the jewelry, having some problems with bidding on the jewelry. Please bear with us on the glitches. We're fixing it right now, but you can bid as late as 10 p.m. tonight. So there are a number of items there that are wonderful still. There's the family fun themed baskets. There's the Hawaii vacation package. There's, of course, the Pebble Beach package, which is really one of our draws, and hopefully we'll get everybody excited. That'd be a wonderful local getaway, whether in Southern California or Northern California. There's a beautiful Lake Tahoe's vacation package located by our dear Remley family. And then, of course, we have some dining packages there and a number of other really great packages with Mark Sorensen, autograph hockey puck, etc. So please continue bidding and working. We will, again, be open till 10 tonight, so you can bid, and we'll shortly have that bidding on the jewelry fixed shortly. How are you doing the auctions? We're getting a lot of bids on the auctions. We thank you for bearing with us with some of our little transitions. This is not NBC News, but this is we're reaching to that standard at some point here. Thank you. There is an amazing opportunity for a 2-night stay now at the gorgeous Spanish Bay, again at the Pebble Beach. We have, I think that is really the going hot item. So please get your bid-ins. It's item number 30. If you're not ready for traveling yet, don't worry. We have you covered, but be sure to check out the jewelry and the other beautiful item selections that are still going, and we're getting bids on. So thank you. I'm looking at some of the other hot items that are going right now to be highlighted. You can see them on your screen, hopefully, as they keep going through. And don't forget, the California artists have offered their works for this auction, including Lupus warrior Ina Williams, multiple mediums and types of art. There are multiple types of art waiting for your bids. Artists have been adversely affected by the pandemic with closed studios. So if you don't win an art piece tonight, be sure to check out their websites. Continue to support our local artists today. There's a number of artists have been very generous participating in this, and we in the future we hope to really expand our support with the artists. Now for the fun, we're lucky to have Jenny Chiarella from the Tesora's Bar di Vino in Campbell to present an easy, healthy appetizer for all diets.
My name is Jenny Chiarella. I am the chef here at Tesora's Bar di Vino in downtown Campbell, and I'm here creating a healthy holiday recipe for you as part of the Lupus Foundation fundraiser this year. We will be making pumpkin salsa, which is full of vitamins, very friendly for allergens. There are no nuts, no dairy, vegan, vegetarian, great for everybody. And let's get started. So we'll be taking, I love to use yellow onions, are my favorite to use, not overly powerful, nice mild flavor. We will just be giving half a yellow onion, a very quick, small dice. The great thing about this recipe is that it is very customizable, comes together very quickly. If you want chunkier salsa, you can leave your onions and tomatoes in larger pieces. Okay, we'll set that aside. Forgot we're doing just. Okay. Grab another bowl here, and we will be doing the same thing to our tomatoes. Any variety of tomatoes will work. I'm just doing your average vine ripened tomato. The only ones I would not suggest are the teeny tiny ones because they have a lot of skin and you will have more bitterness in your finished product. Otherwise, variety is up to you. Okay. Very similar, just quick. I go for slightly larger dice on the tomatoes because I like to have the chunks of tomatoes in my salsa, as you would think with salsa, I think. I already have all my spices laid out, ready to go. We will be using, I have cumin is the main spice that I use for this dish. Touch of cayenne, touch of cinnamon, helps bring out the pumpkin without it tasting like you're dipping a chip in pumpkin pie. Garlic powder, oregano, chili powder, and my favorite, smoked paprika. I like my salsa to have a smoky flavor, but if you do not like the smokier flavors, you're free to leave it out. Let's go. So we're gonna go 5 tomatoes. We also take a few cloves, maybe 3, large, of fresh garlic. You can use pre-dice if you want. There's lots of ways to make this recipe a little quicker, a little easier if you're in a hurry, but we're gonna go full from scratch round this time. Please excuse me. Okay. And we are going to give those quick mince and set that aside. Now, if you like your salsa to have some spice, you can incorporate jalapeno, poblano pepper, another sort of chili if you like. Very easy to leave it out if you do not want spicy. That nice and minced up. Anytime you are working with a pepper of the hot variety, it is good if you have them to use a glove, or make sure you wash your hands afterwards before you touch your face, your eyes, anything, because you will regret it. Again, if you want some of the flavor of a chili or jalapeno without too much of the heat, give it a quick de-seeding. If you like the spice, leave the seeds in. We are also going to give that a fine dice there. Okay, now we have all our ingredients ready to make our pumpkin salsa. We're back. We're ready to go to part 2 of our pumpkin salsa, the cooking part. So we'll start by with our medium, heavier duty pot here. Cooking oil. Any kind will do, just maybe 2 tablespoons worth. Let that get a quick heat. We'll dig into all our prep that we have already done. Start with our yellow onions. Put over there. We're just going to give those a quick saute. Nice thing about this recipe is it actually comes together pretty quickly. The nice thing again about this recipe is how customizable it is. If you want a firmer, chunkier salsa, you can cook your onions just a little bit less. If you want something that's softer and more uniform, you can keep cooking a little bit more. But either way, I go until they're nice and, they're sweating. Fragrant, maybe with the beginnings of a little bit of color. A little hot there. You can kind of see right there. Okay. That's about good. We can start adding our jalapeno, which again can be left out if you do not want spicy. Our garlic. Maybe 1 minute saute on those just to get the fragrance and the oils all coming out. And next we will be going to our tomatoes. We'll put all of them in there. And we will let those cook down until they start softening, breaking down. In our recipe, most salsas have a fair amount of acid to it. We are going to add a 1/4 cup of cider vinegar, again, to kind of go along with the pumpkin fall flavor versus like a lemon or a lime that you maybe would add to your salsa more traditionally. Put that in there and that will actually help break our tomatoes down a little bit. Keep that heat up pretty high because there's a lot of liquid in your tomatoes and everything like that. So you want to help cook all that down. So. Also going to add our 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. Again, just to help pull out some flavors in the pumpkin without making the whole dish too sweet. You barely notice it. It's starting to bubble, break down a little bit. Okay, that's getting pretty good now. So we are going to take our plain canned pumpkin, not pumpkin pie mix, please. We will be adding our own spices. We don't want the extra spices added. It is in a pumpkin pie mix. So this is just plain 100% canned pumpkin. I'm doing about a good solid cup's worth, maybe a little bit more. Mix that in. And at the same time, we can add, we'll put our cilantro aside. If you are going to keep cilantro in your salsa, that will be the thing that you add at the last minute. And we can add all the rest of our pre-measured spices, so easy. Might want to turn your heat down a little bit because this is getting thick and bubbly and it will pop back out at you. So good. That all mixed in. Again, if you want it to not be as chunky, you can let it cook a little bit longer. Make sure your pumpkin's heated all the way through to really get all those spices well incorporated. Give it a small taste just to see if we want to add anything. Maybe more salt, who knows. Definitely need more salt. Fortunately, I have a little bit right here. Okay. That's pretty close to done. I'm going to just turn the heat down. Give some of the cilantro a quick chop. Turn my heat off. Incorporate that in. Nice little green with your red. Get that holiday feel, or look, I should say. And it is ready to be served. Now that we are all done making our pumpkin salsa, there's a number of ways that you can serve this dish. Put two together for you here. You can either serve it as sort of a community appetizer with your cruciferous vegetables, you know, your chips, your crackers. Pita chips are delightful with this. Or you can make it a little fancier, a little more socially distant friendly as a past appetizer. We put it on some crostinis, which is basically some sliced baguette with some oil that's been toasted in an oven. Slight balsamic reduction just for a touch of color, some fresh cilantro to really brighten it up, and this can make a very easy past appetizer. Again, this recipe is so customizable, spicy, not spicy, chunky, not chunky. Throw some cheese in it, make it a little Southwestern. Adjust your spices. Very healthy, very dietary friendly, and very holiday. So really hope you enjoy pumpkin salsa. I could eat that all day.
Like a great appetizer, Jenny. Thank you for sharing that with us. Did anyone else make the appetizer with Jenny, or did you make it ahead of time? Well, it would be fun if we could see everyone's dishes, good, bad, or otherwise. Share your version of the recipe with us tonight or later by tagging, excuse me, at Lupus Online and at Lupus SoCal in your post with the hashtag Cultivate Gratitude. Next up, we'll meet another lupus patient. Let me introduce Hannah DeGroot.
Hi, I'm Hannah, a lupus patient from Cupertino. In a year like 2020, I love that we're able to come together this holiday season and reflect on all that we are grateful for. Personally, I'm grateful for my family and their unwavering support. I'm grateful for nature, for the friends I've made virtually this year, for the new experiences and opportunities I've had despite being stuck at home, for having a home and living in California, for nutritious food like leafy greens and omega-3s, for breakthroughs in lupus research and autoimmunity, for good doctors who listen to patients and fight with us against this mysterious disease. And for the first time in a long time, I am grateful for my health. Last year, I underwent chemotherapy for my kidneys after a debilitating flare. Now, after 7 years of severe lupus, I am in remission and completely pain-free. It's been a long road to get here, which is why I am so grateful for the Lupus Foundation of Northern California, an organization that has empowered me to not just endure lupus, but to live well with it through all of its ups and downs. To me, living well means finding power in my own story and letting go of shame. It means continuing to pursue what I love despite setbacks and to be ambitious. It means being connected with others in my community who understand what I'm going through and having the opportunity to give back, holding on to hope in times of great hardship and uncertainty. I believe it is more important than ever that every lupus patient in California has access to organizations that empower them to live well. Thank you for helping support them today. Lastly, I am grateful for all of you. Thank you.
Congratulations on your commitment to the lupus community as the face of lupus for LFNC for 2021. Now let's go back to Lon for a quick look at how those auction items are going. Lon?
Great, thanks, Sierra. There's some items that are really hot and going fast. Thank you to all of you who are patients with the the jewelry. The jewelries are moving now, and we're getting some great bids on that. But there's one special deal that you can all get at quite a bargain basement is the Pebble Beach. As you can see, that's a heck of a price for the stay at Pebble Beach. And so please look at that again. That's really, we're very delighted to have that. And again, our friends in both Southern California and Northern California can attend that and get a great price. If you haven't seen the package number 27, be sure to check it out. The package includes 7 days and 6 nights, deluxe accommodations for 2 adults in the Caribbean. You can choose to visit Cancun, Punta Cana, Costa Rica, or the Riviera Maya. And from over 35 resorts. And don't worry, you have a minimum of 24 months. That's 2 years from purchase to travel. So you can be sure to fulfill that one. And there's still some great prices on that and looking at the bidding going on right now. So those are some great getaways. Not sure if you realize, but this trip to the Caribbean can be sold to multiple people. So keep bidding, please. Not ready to plan a trip abroad yet? That's okay. We have several baskets that are here in Northern California trips, including museums, amusement parks, and vacation homes. So be sure to look at all the packages very closely. And now we're going to go back to Sierra and introduce us to our next segment of the auction. Thank you, Sierra.
Thanks, Lon. So far, we've heard 4 stories of how lupus impacts the daily lives of those who are diagnosed even before their diagnosis. It's people like Emmett, Ina, Darby, and Hannah who count on the Lupus Foundation and the resources for not only education, support, and advocacy, but most importantly for hope that they are not alone. From educational lupus content and resources to medical conferences and access to experts and physicians to support groups and peer-to-peer programs to community awareness. The Lupus Foundation of Northern and Southern California and patients like Emmett, Ina, Darby, and Hannah count on you to help them conquer lupus one day at a time.
That's right, Sierra. That is why we are asking you to open your heart. During this portion of our evening, when we call out the fund to need amounts, just click on your smartphone, laptop, or tablet and donate with a bid for the need you want to contribute. The Lupus Foundations are dedicated to providing the greatest positive impact to those affected by lupus and providing patients, no matter how remote their location or how isolated they may feel, as much support as possible. We are proud to report that collectively we have 20 active lupus and chronic illness support groups throughout California. We meet regularly, vitally important educational, emotional, and interpersonal support to patients, caregivers, and their families of those and the families of those living with lupus. We are so grateful for each of you, our generous donors. Because of you, we are able to contribute to provide lupus patients with essential support despite the many barriers they have encountered in the past. More than ever, patients and families are facing trying times and living in a high-risk world amid this global pandemic. Our programs need to continue to support not only newly diagnosed patients, but those who may not be able or fearful of leaving home to seek medical care, or who are feeling the mental strain from the trials of 2020. Because of the devotion and commitment of you, our donors, we are continuing to increase the number of lupus patients and families we are able to assist throughout California.
That's right, Elizabeth. So now we come to the part of the event that will make sure the Lupus Foundation, our Lupus Foundations, get a big leg up in this vision to bridge the gap between life with lupus and life without lupus tomorrow. So ladies and gentlemen, make sure your wine glasses are full and your laptops or phones are ready as we begin this Fund and Need program. Now, this is one of the programs that is really the heart of what we're about and how we can be most helpful to you, the lupus patients, the lupus community, and lupus caregivers and family members. So we start at the $250 level. At $2,500 level, a $2,500 donation, although that sounds large, which it is, but the major impact this provides us as an investment in the future of our lupus foundations. For example, $2,500 and it writes biannual support group leaders training for existing and new groups across California. The volunteer leaders who facilitate these support groups are not only crucial to the battle against lupus, but they are also the face of the lupus foundations in their communities. Support group leader training provides leaders with the tools they need to effectively facilitate the support groups. We're also pleased, fortunately, because despite people not be able to get together physically, we have over 20 support group actively meeting through Zoom, through other across the state quite frequently, sometimes twice a month. So this part really helps. I'm going to make sure that our bidding process works. Again, the first time we've tried this effort, so we want to check to see who's actually online. And I'm pleased to report that Carla and Doug Carlin are at the $2,500 level, so that's going to be very helpful as we move forward on this. And Jay and Sivy Remley are at the $2,500 level contribution as well. Thank you very much to Jay and Sivy. There's going to be, as we move along here, I'm seeing that the time is kind of precious. I'm going to move on to the, and I'll let you know if other ones coming in there, you may be able to see those as well. But we need to move on to the $1,000 level. And Elizabeth, would you please fill us in about what the benefits for that, how they help our foundations and lupus patients at the $1,000 level?
Yes, $1,000 sends one advocate to Washington, D.C. to speak for all lupus patients during the annual Lupus Advocacy Day. Each year, the foundations take part in the Lupus Research Alliance Lupus Advocacy Day on Capitol Hill. Generally, they have paid for 1 to 3 representatives from the organizations to attend. This is a great opportunity to directly affect the policy that shapes the lives of our patients, as well as the ability to network and meet other patients from around the country. Make a change for lupus patients with your bid of $1,000 now. I can tell you I have attended this, and it's really important to meet face-to-face with our leaders and our lawmakers and policymakers, scientists at the NIH. It does really good things. So please open your hearts, open your wallets, and make a bid for $1,000 to send a representative to Capitol Hill.
Thank you, Elizabeth. I'd like to emphasize that too. This has been really one of the most instrumental programs to really impact public policy, not only regionally, but nationally. Last year, we had our board chair, Doug Carlin, went back, along with Sobia Salim. Sobia is our newest board member. Sobia actually pioneered our program. We're the first in the nation buddy program that's linked up over 200 lupus patients that really can reach out and have a bond, especially during these challenging times. And I'm pleased to report that Sobia Salim, our newest lupus patients, our newest lupus board member, has come in at the $1,000 level. Thank you, Sobia. That makes a huge impact for us, especially you're giving us new energy on the board and new, fresh, young millennial thoughts on how we can really reach out to more lupus patients and revitalize some of our youth programs that we have. We do actually have a youth program support group where it's the first time we've done this in our 43-year history. So that's been really remarkable in terms of some of these young students at the junior high level, the high school level, that are impacted with lupus. So when they first learn of lupus, you can imagine the shock at that age level. And this lupus program for the youth has really been received very positively across the spectrum. Also, I want to announce that thank you to Carol Seibenmorgan, our board member. She has donated at the $1,000 level, and our company, the Pure Storage, is also donated at the $1,000 level. So that's been very helpful to us. The next, there's going to be other bids coming in, but let's move along here. The next level we have is the $750 level, which sustains the peer-to-peer and patient wellness program for 1 month. Over 260 patients, peer-to-peer pairs have been matched over the years. And your support of this program helps build more connections and grow new methodologies and technologies to support our patients and that can connect with one another. Keep our peer-to-peer and wellness programs running with your bid of $750 tonight. I want to go on to the sponsorship program. I just got to know too that our bidding is moving on a number of our other programs too. So thank you, and thankfully, our with our cyber experts here, Lori Day and Sarah Shakir, are helping this first time make sure we can keep these going on our bidding process. The next level is the $500 sponsors. As $500 sponsor level sponsors are virtual or in-person patient education class for 10 to 15 patients to learn skills for living with lupus. From 2017 to 2018, more than 1,000 of our patients benefited, and in the years since, we have reached more than double that, now serving over 2,000 patients altogether. So please check on the $500 level if you can. I know this is a challenging time for all of us, but this has a remarkable impact, really hands-on in terms of the lupus education classes. There's so many evolving impacts, and during this recent year, the isolation, the hydroxychloroquine, which we really were very aggressive with, and making sure that those medications were available to our lupus patients really made a difference. So this $500 sponsorships has enormous impact for the lupus patients that really need access. As you may realize, we have twice a month, we have a free program where lupus patients can call in and talk to our rheumatologist, online rheumatologist, and that makes has really had an impact. And as you visit our website, you can see these ongoing programs we have where we can talk to our rheumatologist each 2 Saturday mornings a month. I'm going to go back to Elizabeth on the $250 sponsorship level, please.
Thank you, Lon. $250 sponsors several lupus patients to attend a research and treatment conference. In 2019 alone, there were 5 conferences offered in both English and Spanish, and with the aim of reaching new and diverse communities. For just $250, you can send patients to a conference next year. Please consider it. And I see that we do have an anonymous $250 sponsor, so I want to thank you for that. We really appreciate it, and I know our patients really appreciate it. So please, anyone else who wants to sponsor at $250, now's a good time to do that, or any other sponsorship levels. We also have a $100 sponsorship level. $100 keeps our lupus community informed and updated about lupus via email and online for 1 month. Help when connected for only $100. This really helps a lot of our lupus patients, keeps everybody informed. Whatever your budget, please donate now and help fund the need of lupus patients across California. Thank you so much for your generosity. It's really, really appreciated.
Thank you, Elizabeth. That was really a wonderful show of gratitude and generosity from all of the folks that donated. Whatever you can give really helps those that are living with lupus now and that may receive that diagnosis in the future. We know knowledge is power, and they can receive that knowledge through the organizations of both Northern and Southern California. This is really just a huge gift, essentially a gift of life for a lot of people who are navigating something that's so unknown. So anything you are able to give, we will be extremely grateful to receive. Now it's time to see who has won the Living Intentions gift basket. Lon will take over for this. We have a nice contraption there in the office. He's going to pick a name. So pay close attention to hear if your name is called for this gift.
Thank you very much, Sierra. This is actually part of the fun tonight. I want to make another shout out to Dr. Sean Parsa. Dr. Parsa has been so generous. He's offered he's very highly regarded rheumatologist with a skill level across the medical fields. And he's been offering free consultation with lupus patients here, and when that's on the Saturday morning programs we have twice a month. So when we talk about this program, some of your funding is actually be able to provide free access and for some of the lupus patients that really don't have insurance, that are uninsured or being challenged right now during this really tough time right now. So Thanks, everyone. I'm really excited about as we're getting a number more bids coming in. I really won't, we're running out of time here, so I won't have a chance to announce all the names that are bidding right now for the different levels and also for the different programs on our Fund the Need programs. Okay, here's the fun. We're going to actually roll this right now. This is the first time we've tried this, so bear with us here. We're going to roll the wheel here. And I get a little bit help on announcing some of the programs we're going to have and who we're going to select some of the names that you've all sent in, some of you that have sent in. So here we go. And again, this is our first time we've ever done this online, so bear with us. We have Pamela Hewitt. Pamela Hewitt has won the gift basket for, let's see which gift basket this is. This is the gift basket. Is there a name on it? What it is? Living Intentions gift basket we have here, which is this is great. Actually, it's tempting for all of us here. There's a lot of very healthy basket of goodies. It has of course, a water bottle. We have our 5K, as you know, during our annual May is Lupus Awareness Month. So we have our walk in that time, but these are really beautiful with our logo on those. And there's some other really goodies in this big gift basket. So Pamela Hewitt, if you're watching, we're delighted to have you. Thank you for participating. And we have that's what we have right now. That was on our program here for. So again, I want to emphasize that bidding ends at 10 o'clock tonight. So as we please keep bidding. Most everything's up now, and I see on the number of these packages still are at a very good price. Sorry. Let's wrap it up. I'm looking at the time. I'm getting signal on the time limitations we have. So on behalf of the Lupus Foundation, Northern California, we'd like to give a special spotlight of gratitude to Elizabeth Savage, the leadership of the Lupus Foundation of Southern California, and our talented and charismatic master of ceremonies this evening, Sierra Johnson with NBC Bay Area News. The West Coast Lupus Community Event, this West Coast Lupus Community Event is a historic first, and we are excited to announce that we are planning more joint collaborative efforts in the near future in our mission to improve the lives of those living with lupus. We also thank each one of you who have participated tonight for your stalwart support during these most challenging of times. Your ongoing is an inspiration to all of us as your donations fuel the fires of lupus for hope, fuel the fires of hope for our entire lupus community here on the West Coast. We are near at the end now. I want to thank you all. This is please, Elizabeth, we'd like for you to make a special statement as well here as we wind things out. And want to thank you again, Elizabeth and Sierra, for doing this first West Coast Lupus joint collaboration. And I hope you all had a lot of fun and learned tonight. And again, thank you for your patience. Elizabeth?
Thank you, Lon, and thank you, Sierra, for your time. It's so generous of you. And I hope all of you out there have really enjoyed the event, and thank you so much. But I want to thank Lon and the Lupus Foundation of Northern California, and I'm really looking forward to collaborating more. Our whole organization is. Thank you so much, and have a happy, safe holiday, everyone. Thank you.
Sierra, thank you again. You are a real pro with enormous patience as we come up to the speed at your level. Would you like to say a few words, Sierra, please?
It's just really just an honor to be asked to participate in such an event that touches so many people's lives. I think I saw $3,000 were raised, more than 3,000. It's just incredible at a time where so many things are unknown. The fact that folks were able to give out of their heart for folks who need it, it's just really incredible and just shows, the power of community here on the West Coast. So it's just really an honor to participate. And I'm excited to see that money go to a great cause. So thank you for having me.
Thank you. Actually, I can add to that. It's actually, we have 3,050 donations for the Fund the Need program, but the total raise right now is almost $13,000.
Whoa.
So this was a successful night. Thank you all. 13 is a lucky number for us. So 13,000 is even more lucky. Thank you all. Have a wonderful holiday season. And as we, oh, and thank you, Ruben Vasquez, our last 24 hours, he came and saved our pebbles here as we put this whole program together as our producer. And this is much more technically challenging than we ever thought. So it's I want to remind you that bidding is open till 10 p.m. tonight, and have a lovely holiday season. I hope we can help you. Please contact us. We're always available. You can reach us. I know we're not here in the office every day, but have a virtual office. You can always reach us through all the regular means that you can able to reach us on. But have a lovely holiday season, all you. Thank you, all your Lupus warriors. You keep our excited and really motivated as the successes you tell us and your personal stories and the personal challenge you've been able to overcome, from ages youthful to some of our elderly. Thank you all, and have a wonderful holiday season. Thank you. Have a good night.